Look what the tide brought in.
Hey!
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it. Also, you look like a f***ing idiot.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Wryllevo
Hey.
rags. But where are his sunglasses?
That's right. And you're some kind of murder machine.
Forget about all this. There's a giant.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
The armor? No one else seems bothered by it.
See? They don't seem bothered by it. That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton.
That
Yes.
explains it.
That has always explained it.
This is not the first time he's seen you all decked out in Weka.
Vic, calm down.
Who are you people?
Hello,
Oh, hey, I know you.
I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kemar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But
I'm
this
a naughty
is
boy.
clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you,
It's
Lieutenant.
good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What's this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never address her
Yeah, I
using
never
those
did.
words again.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
What's a shit kid?
You. Shit kid, that's you.
Maybe you've deserved it.
How do you know he was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Damn you, you betrayed me for the last time.
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building, mixed with blood.
It was one junior delinquent.
I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it.
You aren't the man with sunglasses at all.
Guilty as charged. I heard you lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
I'm sorry I didn't recognize you before.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually. We're just worried.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work. Or when you do, but stink. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries instead of working.
So, you're a special consultant.
Yes, I'm Trond Heidelstam. I never said I wasn't Trond Heidelstam.
Wait, what's up with the kid then?
Mikael? Mikael's my son.
Oh,
No problem.
what is special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Duped again.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, and this. Tell me you're at least who you said you were.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi, still a lieutenant from Prison 57.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
You mentioned the task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar.
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trent fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Bevy.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, I'm first. Who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left, because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trent, because I'm forcing him to stay.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde? Like you were?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G-Baby. It was going to be funny. But then, you really did have brain damage. So, not so much anymore.
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing for both of you.
So what does the unit do?
Two? It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We're shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
Where have you been all the? There was some mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to take
It
Michelle out?
wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
All will burn. Why didn't you detect or die
Oh,
then?
you think it was cool? You saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss, so we fucked off. Like you told us to.
None of us is ringing any
The
bells.
aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trent, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell, and so on.
As displayed in a station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
It might have something to do with an anomaly in the church 2mm hole in the world.
Corresponding to the 20-centimeter hole in your brain? Sure. This theory has great symmetry. I see how it folds into itself neatly.
Precisely, Satellite Officer Vic Mayer. It's Martinez.
Take this seriously.
This sounds odd, but I was there. The church on the coast was shaking from an audiospatial anomaly. It may have been anthroponetic or perhaps related to radio waves.
It's out there now. In the world. Made manifest. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Either way, it was real. I've even put it in my report. You should read it. I do not, however, think it has anything to do with him drinking himself to the
Kim,
point of
what the
brain
fuck?
damage.
Thank you, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Just to clarify, I do not think Isolary and Troponetics are a hoax. Pain produces global phenomena. It's proven. However, what has not been proven is total memory loss after drinking too much Commodore Red. Honestly, I think he's just lying to us.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes in it.
I'm a fucking disaster, dude.
That's where he would have gotten the idea. Yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trant, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the potty? Or do we need to get him on the disability pension?
Look at my clothes. I'm a fucking dapper, dude.
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Just stand there.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Jacob. That wasn't me. That was stolen by traffic hooligans. The time had come to kill a sunset. To kill. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property. That's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry.
Wait, my
Show
badge?
me your badge. The thing that tells people you're a police officer.
What I do have is this futuristic armor.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
You juggle the badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on the ground, some 2 meters away.
Come on, body. Don't betray me right now. Oh, shit.
Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to catch that stupid thing.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements. What is it with all these material objects?
Gun.
Yeah, gun. The thing that was given to you to kill people.
Gun. Behold all my guns.
Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
Yeah, I have gun now.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Please, God, always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun right now. This might be your only chance.
No one ever cares anymore.
Oh, she's dead.
This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
I am authority.
The words, I am an enemy commander, sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burned into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
So the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly.
I don't care about your collection, you hoarding freak. Is one of them your service weapon? I only want to know about that one gun.
Sure.
Phew, he has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I didn't lose my gun. I have my gun.
We're not talking about the fucking gun anymore. We're talking about the vaporized cloud of ethanol coming from your mouth.
So it doesn't even matter that I found my... Wait, no. I'm not drunk. Well, I'm not drunk though.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah. None of this matters. My other situation, it's meaningless compared to what I've
What
discovered.
you've discovered? You let the suspect escape. A certain Glacier. Because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner.
Damn it,
for the rest of
logic!
the day.
God damn it. Well, it's not the murder, right? Yeah. Obstruction of justice. She didn't murder the guy.
This may have been a grave mistake, sire. Maybe, maybe not. Mercy is rarely a complete mistake.
I promise I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
That's a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about.
Sure, if it's part of your master plan. Let's not even get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself in the head. Another detail.
Oh, fuck it.
Roll good.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you?
But she doesn't deserve to die
No,
like this.
Wait. Finally, it comes to you. A way to connect with her.
I know your pain.
She flashes you an incredulous grin. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and you watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That's peanuts. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 6 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Come on.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes
Shit.
aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Reaction speed.
A low shot rings. Feel a tapping like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shot evenly from plate to plate. You got hit. The armor took most of it, but still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping into your lungs.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from the poles. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
Oh God, watch out!
Look him in the eye.
Here it comes. Death.
God damn it.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the
The
darkness and
Hardy
pain.
boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got. Most of what's down there.
Oh
You
God.
could also feel the bone where the bullet went in. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain.
Skim alive?
Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Nice. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots.
Stay with me.
Please call her Kim.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard.
Ooh.
Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And the cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When such a slender white shadow towering, someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
No, Kim.
No,
Hell yeah.
you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You spent the week with him on this case. What is your take
On the case?
on Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois?
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge. That's
What?
all true.
The fuck?
And he's been drinking on
What?
the job.
I did one sip. What if I drink before I go to bed?
Well, hello. Light reflects
Oh,
off
shit.
the green glass of the Commodore red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out. and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now. The golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day. It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler.
What?
He grinds. He makes the real. He's a visionary and a money engineer, which is just... And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential.
Thank you, Kim.
He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, was a valiant effort.
Okay,
he really
Kim.
sang his heart out.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Right.
Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The air
Oh,
is
no.
thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
Why do I have one modifier? I have a -1. Why is that?
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sanson, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone. None of this matters. At all.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry, made of pity. No one liked you.
You didn't like it,
Your
huh?
words echo in the karaoke mic. People talk in the distance. A couple tries not to look at you.
Quit yelling into the mic!
Fuck you!
Someone walks out of the room by the front door. Some woman. Is it because of you?
Just stand there.
That's it. I'm unplugging it.
That's it. You're unpowered.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass.
You liked it?
Detective Dubois, it was downright tragic. Now, let's go.
I mean it, he thinks. To him, being a cop in the RCM was truly expressed in that performance.
They didn't need to know about that.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, He has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light.
Hell
Head
yeah.
turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I got it.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howl.
Hell
of the
yeah.
wind.
Fuck all of you.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall.
Boom
It's
shakalaka,
estimated to be
motherfucker.
the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective and an absolutely visionary entrepreneur. Boom shakalaka, motherfucker.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Yes.
Detective?
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, but also
Yes. I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental
the
degradation.
old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I all started a nightclub.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church. Get a grip. No one cares about your anthropomorphic adventures right now.
What? Why
4
not?
kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Also, the phasmid was female.
What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet, a scope, and a passport.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers.
I still think it was female.
They're for attracting mates. Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it.
I
Must
think
be
it emits
robust,
chemical
if
that
you
makes it
will
look
help
even more
its
like the
limbs.
reeds. Whoever
Yes.
seemed intoxicated somehow,
That would
like an
be a
addict.
Pheromone, a pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of
But-
course. But there are species of bees that, under the influence of pheromones, take wasp larvae to their hives. Ants do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
Yep.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromone.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to.
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Alright.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
The previous head of the Borders Union was assassinated by a
This is a
killer.
conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Also, look into the Mr. of the Doom commercial
I
area.
don't know what a Doom commercial area is. No, it didn't. It didn't turn out to be anthroponetical again. Enough with the easily pale 2mm hole in the word line. This isn't Paradox B. We're a police force.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant wishes you to push this angle further. Cut it out is indeed what he is thinking.
Alright.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trout. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
And it worked? You got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than
Yeah,
that.
it's way more than that.
Way more.
It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school.
Masterpiece. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it. Chin up. Keep focusing on the positives here.
Alright.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder, so I have to. Jude?
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, have a few questions before we go about who I
The
am.
man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No,
No, because the suspect seems to think.
you're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
Hell yeah. Phasmid, I need to tell Lena about
Who
this.
is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road.
Cryptozoologist, she told me about the Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
She is going to be over the moon.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
But before.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That explains a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair,
The collection of foul and sportswear I've
your
amassed.
love of retro-style dance music, how you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
Oh god, contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
He's been on about Mike again? I hate that guy.
Contact Mike is a reprise of a most inspiring basic sporting principle in an open competition. 5,000 to 1.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vote an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
When was this?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
You said in Quran. I was a gym teacher there.
Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat
So
on.
should you.
I have a hat.
You don't have to do anything.
I should and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one. If you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well. Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
This is a red check. Gain authority in her eyes.
Lots of feeling. Feel it up. Way up.
Oh my god, fuck the hat. Is that what you said to me? I can't believe you told me to fuck the
You're
hat.
saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right.
So I should
Maybe
just
add
take
more
this hat on and wear it, fuck it, right? Engage in sexual intercourse with the hat right in front of you because you told me so? On the sea of ice?
More.
Right here on the sea ice? Give you a little ice cup hot fuck show?
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The lieutenant is watching the scene unfold before his eyes.
Is that how you see me?
To react. The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball. That's it. You've earned it. Start crying. Life's hard.
Anyway, I can't believe you use obscenities like that in front of a police officer. And you should...
The words are stuck in your throat. All that comes out is tears pouring down your face.
Jesus
the young woman
Christ.
has kept her eyes.
I cried
on
because
the
someone said
wires,
fuck the hat.
waiting for the lecture to end. But now she hears sobbing. Looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side of 40. His face bloated from alcohol and God knows what else.
I'm a
Not
fucking
so
mess,
quietly,
dude.
Crying.
This isn't really about the hat, is it?
Wipe away the tears. And you should wear a hat, that's it.
I swear to God, I will always wear a hat from now on.
Good, then my work here is done. Would it be alright if I ask you some questions now?
You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Life's a horror, you know? Crying helps, though. Get it out your system. And then maybe we can talk.
Alright. Let's talk to Kim. Kim. Lieutenant, I'll address it.
Do you want to talk about what just happened?
That's probably a good idea.
Normally, I'm opposed to discussing one's feelings, especially on duty. But I think this is an exceptional case. So, what do you think happened?
'Tis possible thou couldst persuade the lieutenant 'twas all a part of thy
Crygasm.
method. But can thou persuade thyself?
A crygasm.
What?
It's when you totally break down and it feels a little better afterwards. I don't know where I got that expression from. I may just have invented it.
In the future, could you please refrain from emoting too much on duty? The quasi-legal status of the RCM means we need to project strength twice as consistently as any other police force in the world.
Okay, I'll control my emotions.
Controlling your emotions sounds good. Glad to hear it was minor. Can you go on?
Yes. Absolutely. Superstars always get back up and try again.
Then let's go. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Why did I join the
The
RCM then?
regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are.
You,
Oh no.
every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk. Dora something. Dora Ingelund? Yeah, you mentioned her name.
Not Dora Dubois.
So we weren't married? Dora England?
Something like that. Hafvasan.
So we weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong?
6 years?
No, it was 6. Like ancient. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
He is very passionate about this.
Actually, are you using it as a male privilege?
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin.
I've only seen a picture. But it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go home.
It's 1 a.m.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
President 41.
Us? We're the bloody murder station. Haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station, and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing.
Torsen and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though. Torsen and McLean.
Iconic duo, I
Yeah,
take it.
Not like us.
The Sea
Good
Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
And prices.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets.
Did we
in
really
May.
recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
What will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
What?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Rivershoal. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Want to do that at Station
Talk
41?
to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work for Station
Work
41.
with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit him. Am crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the night sky, the great district sleeps. A chessboard of old wooden houses in the snow. 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41 atop the motorway. To Boogie Street glowing on the horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Rivershoal. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Here we go, boys. I think this is the ending. I'm limping. Hey. Fucking bro. Wait, I look. I look like Sherlock Holmes. Hell yeah.